I'm leaving the UK. Now, I'm not the only one that's doing it. If we look at any migration statistics, any young people near my age are thinking about leaving or they're leaving themselves. Last year, I left my hometown on the Isle of Man, and now I'm leaving the UK altogether. What I'm gonna do over the next few minutes is basically to discuss the 4 reasons why I'm doing it and see if you can relate with any of them at all. Right, so obviously the first one is the weather, right? We've got to just talk about the elephant in the room. And I know it's really easy to shit on the weather. It's the summer at the moment, right? So it's just easy to say like, oh, it's nice, the weather's fine. I'm gonna convince myself I wanna stay in the UK. But at the end of the day, when we go on holiday and we just sit in the Spanish sun and we just have some fun, we just feel so much better. I even find it in the sun myself. I live just outside of Manchester, and you go in there in the winter and you can actually go like weeks without seeing any sun and no sunlight, and I just feel shit. And it's that idea that imagine how good I could feel. Imagine how much more successful my business could potentially be if I just spent all this time in the sun instead of under a grey cloud. The second one is tax. Now, I know this is a bit of a touchy subject for some because we believe we should pay tax. Now, I'm from the Isle of Man, right? And our income tax percent is anywhere from 10 to 20%. We don't have any capital gains tax. We don't have any inheritance tax. We don't have any corporation tax. So businesses don't pay tax, right? So I've grown up in a society where, we pay our fair share. We don't pay a ridiculous amount. Right? I'm in the UK now and I'm an entrepreneur and I want to grow my own business. And I just don't get why I need to give away a large proportion of my income when instead I could be hiring, I could growing a team, I could be building staff, I could actually genuinely grow my business at a faster rate and potentially become more successful to be able to give back to my community. But instead I'm forced to give that away, which slows down the growth of my business. If I'm competing against a US business or a Dubai business who's paying 0% tax, we're doing the same thing, we're charging the same price, but they get to keep all their money. They get to hire staff, they get to put money into ads. Me, I've got to give it away. So I'm at this disadvantage, and I just see no reason for me to have to stay here and disadvantage myself for longer when I could bring more people onto my team. Third reason is what I call tall poppy syndrome. When you surround yourself with people in the UK, right, if we look at the US, okay, if someone does something good, someone does something successful, they start a new business, they start a new thing, in the US, they're cheered on. Oh yeah, bro, come on, that's so cool. I apologize for my American accent, but they hype each other up. Over here, we just put each other down. We have such a negative mindset towards each other. And I remember the first time I posted a video online, right? And I had like 80 shares. I had like all the people in my hometown were sharing it and taking the mic, and I was receiving messages from like my best friends telling me like, oh, Joe, you need to stop posting content. It's just embarrassing. But then I would receive messages from like my friends in the US, and they'd be hyping me up. There's this tall poppy syndrome of as soon as you stand above the crowd, you just get cut down and shat on. And it was this idea that if I want to build a business, I want to build a business to provide for my family, to give back to my future children, to give back to my wife, I do need to stand above the rest. But just being cut down every time, it messes with your head. And when I went for it for so long, it just got to this point, I was like, why should I be here? Every time I travel, I surround myself with cool ass people who are doing cool different things. They're doing things, they support you, they hype you up, they back you. But here, it's the opposite. So just why would I hang around with these people and why would I stay here? And the last reason is the lifestyle. Now, I could talk about this for hours, right? It's the UK lifestyle which has been holding me back. It's this lifestyle of, we wake up at 7 o'clock in the day and we hop on the tube to our work where we don't smile at anyone on the tube, and then we arrive at the work where we get in and we have a coffee and we go for a lunch, we eat like a big carby sandwich for lunch and we feel lethargic for the rest of the day, and then we finish at 5 and then we go home and then we watch a Netflix with our girlfriend, and it's just this lifestyle where, as I'm saying it, and I'm sure as you're hearing it now, it just doesn't sound exciting to me. And then I go on a trip and I go into Cape Town, and then everyone wants to meet you for a coffee in the morning and it's more sociable. Or I go to Bali and everyone's just sociable. There's run clubs, there's people around, you're surrounded by people doing the same thing, right? And it's just that idea that here I'm just surrounded by people that want to cut me down. But whenever I travel, I surround myself with people that are 10 steps ahead of me. Here, I can only surround myself with people 5 steps behind me because the only chance I can meet people is over a drink. But then the more you drink, therefore the more you meet people, the slower you get, the more foggy your brain is, and therefore ultimately less successful your business becomes because your brain is not as clear. It's these 4 things which are ultimately the reasons which I feel like I have to stay. At the end of the day, I work online, I have my own business. Would I rather be in Manchester or Madrid? Shoot me a message on Instagram. I'm happy to have this debate on LinkedIn with anyone. I'm happy to talk about this. Put a comment in. What do you think? Do you think I'm giving up on my country as it's falling? The amount of people who are leaving and I'm just hopping on the bandwagon, or do you agree? Do you agree with any of the points I have? I think as a business owner, I see no rationalization to be here, and I see no rationalization to stay in a country which doesn't support me. If I was in a relationship or I had a friend who actively didn't support me, which I've had in the UK, that actively didn't support me in my goals. At the end of the day, right, I'm in a position where I want to be in a dream position. I want to be in position B. I want to be a business owner. I want to be able to give back to my family. And right now, there's something in the way. The lifestyle which doesn't allow me to do that. The people which I surround myself to bring me down. The weather which has a negative impact on me because I get no vitamin D, so I feel more crap every day. The tax man who's taking anywhere from 25 to 50% of everything I earn, when I could run my business out of Dubai and pay anything close to 0%, where I get to reinvest all that back into the business, grow it more. I can spend money on ads, I can hire a team, I can employ someone. I purely don't understand the rationalization of why I would be here.